Now, starting with a new drawing, we'll have a look at using filters. Now, if we had two rectangles like so, and we wanted to produce another rectangle projecting the points of the corners of these rectangles, so we're producing a rectangle up in this top right hand corner here. Now, there's a couple of ways to do it. Using the techniques that we've learnt previously, we can acquire a point, hover on a point for a few seconds and drag across, and you see we get a tracer line coming with us. We can then hover on a second point, acquire that point, and when we move up, it picks up our previous tracer line, and we click and we have an exact projection of those points. So this is one of the more recent innovations in AutoCAD that we can use to acquire points, sometimes called scrubbing points. So we'll acquire those 2 points and back to the start. So that's one technique for drawing projected objects. Now, I'll just undo that because there's another technique that's more traditionally used in AutoCAD using filters. Now, with filters, we'll go into line drawing, and what I want to do is acquire the x coordinate of that point and the y coordinate of that point. So if I do a shift right click and go into point filters, you'll notice that we have these options here. I want the x coordinate of that point. So we've manually acquired it rather than automatically acquired it. It says down here it needs a YZ. Shift right button again, point filters. I want a Y, I'll go YZ. Y would do because we're only in 2D. YZ of that point, and now it has locked on to the projection of those 2 points. So once again, we're going to acquire the x value of this point. Shift right button, point filters, x value of that point. Shift right button, point filters, YZ value of that point, and it's locked on to the next point. Okay. Shift right button, point filters, x value of this point once again. Shift right button, point filters, YZ value of this point. Whoops, I should have drawn up here. I've just drawn to the same point. Shift right button, point filters, x value of that point. Shift right button, point filters, YZ value of that point. So it's much more tedious compared with the previous method that we used, but sometimes it's quite convenient just to be able to use point filters to pick up the coordinate of a point somewhere on the screen. And there's the same drawing as we had before.